Good afternoon. I'm Bill Pitts. I'm the co-program director of the Berlin program, along with Dean Sherman. Tulane obviously has a number of really outstanding international programs. There are some features about the Berlin program that are somewhat different than the other programs. First of all, we joint venture our program with Humboldt University in Berlin. Humboldt was formerly the University of Berlin, which was one of the most famous and oldest universities in Europe. If you'll look at our entry on the summer program website, I took the time to list a galaxy of international giants who have been students and faculty members there, including Einstein, Max Planck, Hesse, on and on and on. The Grimm brothers. It is located in the heart of historic Berlin, formerly the East Berlin, and there has been a great effort since the wall came down in '89 to completely redo Berlin, including moving the national government there and building a brand new complex for the national government. We always offer some major cultural event for the benefit of the students, and this year we're going to visit the Chancellery, which is the German White House. We were there about 3 years ago, and it was a really terrific tour. The most remarkable thing, aside from the building and the art inside it, was one of the Secret Service agents who joined us was a very attractive, 6-foot, very fit young woman who had spiked hair that was colored purple, and I don't think you would see that in the White House in the United States. There are things different about the German culture. Berlin, I think, is one of the great undiscovered cities of Europe. The museums are world class and will measure really any of the major cities. Elgin stole the marbles. Schiller stole the entire Pergamon temple and brought it back, and they constructed a museum around it. It's got one of the best collections of Greek and Roman antiquities in the world, as well as one of the major painting exhibits. There are innumerable museums in Berlin. The program itself is different in that we have the program at Humboldt University in renovated classrooms. And it also is comprised of a student body made up of half U.S. and Canadian students and half international students. In the past several years, we've had between 31 and 35 countries represented among our student population. And if you talk to any of the students who've been to the Berlin program, they'll tell you that they enjoyed the program, but one of the greatest experiences was to spend 2 weeks with people their own age at about the same level of education from essentially any country you can think of from all of the continents except for Antarctica. The academic course is negotiation and mediation. There's only one academic course that is given for credit. Week 1, we spend time on teaching negotiation skills, and week 2, we spend time teaching mediation skills. The two subjects fit hand in glove in that a mediation is a facilitated negotiation. So all the skills you learn as a negotiator are applicable to serving as an advocate or as a mediator in a mediation. Classes generally are 10 to 3:30 with an hour and a half for lunch and several breaks during the day. The academic course is the only part of our program that is absolutely required. And it is a pass-fail pass C- fail course, and fortunately thus far we have not had any students who have not received a passing grade. There is a very short exam that is extremely easy if you have read the reading materials, and it's designed to make our students cover the reading materials that we furnish to you. The reading assignments are not onerous. They amount to about 20 pages a night. Another unique thing about the program is that it's taught in what we call a workshop setting. To the extent that negotiation and mediation are things that you have to know the substantive information to do it well, you've got to learn to actually do it, like driving a car, playing soccer. You know, you've got to learn how you're supposed to kick the ball, but then you have to kick the ball a bunch before you finally learn how to turn that intellectual notion into real practice. So we'll have lectures each morning and then sometimes in the afternoon that last 30 to 45 minutes where one of the senior faculty members presents one of the building blocks of information, and then we break up into groups of no more than 24 students, and usually it's more like 20, with a senior faculty member and another relatively senior faculty member who will have the students do a simulation based on the building block principle that we're working on that morning or that afternoon. And you'll be paired up with a student from a country other than your own, and you'll go out and negotiate, for example, in the first week the problem, and then we'll get back together in the small section and talk about what your negotiation experience was and what we call debrief it. You'll have a chance then to talk to other students and faculty members in the small setting. And then in the afternoon, we may get back together for another 30-minute lecture where we'll talk about building block number 2. And we go through the week step by step. And then the mediation week is very similar with major lectures, workshop setting in small sections again. At that point, you'll get a different major faculty member as your small section leader. And 2/3 of the students you were with in week 1 will be shifted to other sections, so you'll have a chance to meet a number of students in class. Outside of the academic course, there are a myriad of activities that we offer that are all voluntary. One is we have a number of lectures in the afternoon from 4 to 6, sometimes only 4 to 4:30 or 4 to 5. And these are completely voluntary. If you want to attend, you may. If you don't want to attend, you don't have to. Week 1, there are 3 lectures generally that relate to negotiation. You will get a certificate of attesting that you have attended 40 hours of negotiation and mediation training if you will attend class and attend 2 of the afternoon lectures in the first week, because the class only offers about 37 hours of instruction. In week 2, we offer a mini course on arbitration with international professors of great renown. One principal lecturer is from Australia, and the other 2 are German and Swedish. And it is to give you an introduction to the topic of arbitration if you care to receive that information. If you attend those lectures, you will also get a certificate attesting to your participation and training on the subject of arbitration as well. We build the social activities around the class activities. We have soccer on the first Tuesday, which is one of the great events because people are still not knowing who other people are, and we can't drag the people off the soccer field after 2 hours. They're having so much fun, and then we go to a beer garden that's right close to the soccer fields and have a good time there as well. We also have an evening activity planned every day. And we have a wonderful young man who becomes the best friend of everybody in the program, Christian Hardwick, who is our social director as well as one of our teachers. And Christian announces where we're going to go that evening. He will start at, say, 7 or 7:30, meet at the law school, and we'll take the students to a different neighborhood of Berlin, walk around, have a bite to eat. And then there's always a meeting spot about 9:30 at 10 at some night spot, which we lovingly call our bar review.
I'm sorry to interrupt your enthusiasm, but...
So you are not required to attend those, but most students do. We have a museum night. We have lots of other activities that will allow you to experience Berlin. Berlin is really a great city for shopping, for entertainment, movies. There's a theater with all original American movies to get homesick for movies at the mall. And fortunately, Berlin has not yet been discovered, so the prices are very reasonable. Meals are expected to be generally about what you'd pay for a meal in New Orleans. Look at our website. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. One of our distinguished German professors is going to be teaching a mini course on February 12, Horst Eidenmuller. And if you have any interest in international arbitration, sign up for his course because he's quite a wonderful teacher, and 2 years ago received the equivalent of the MacArthur Genius Prize that's offered in Germany. He's an outstanding guy, and we're very honored to have him and the other German and non-German professors who helped us with the course. If you have any questions afterward, please come up, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Thank you very much.